Despite putting us at 1 heart, I think I am inclined to just grab. Yeah, we'll do it. I'll fight Boss Rush. This is definitely really worth it for me. I don't really know what's happening right now, to be honest with you. I'm about as lost as you guys are. Welcome back, everyone, to the BD1P Binding of Isaac random modded streak. Today is going to be a random tainted character run for win number 2 in episode number 296. Your question for today is going to be, put your answer in the comments down below. Who is your favorite actor or actress? Character's going to be modded? No. Ooh, Tainted Bethany. It has been a hot minute, Tainted Bethany. It has been a long time. Your seed is going to be 44DG K7HN. We get Botfly for our first item. That's actually really good for our defense. Plus, I don't believe like the 75% weakness policy applies to like familiars like that who don't really shoot much at all. So, unironically, a really good first defensive item to have. But I guess for my answer for today's question of the day, you know, I don't really think of like actors too often. A couple of names that come to mind for me are Harrison Ford, Adam Driver. I do enjoy Laura Dern quite a bit as well, but the reason I ask is because I watched a couple of movies recently. I'm going to talk about one in particular today, one that I thought was very emotionally moving. Like, surprisingly, for a guy who is, well, let me tell you what the movie is first. The movie is Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson's A Marriage Story. It's on Netflix right now. You should go watch it. It is a fucking incredible experience. But the reason that I find it so weird is because, like, the movie almost drove me to tears. It was so fucking sad by the end of it. And I've never been divorced. Like, I don't know why I felt such an attachment to the family or the situation there, because my parents are still married. Like, I have never been divorced, but for some reason, just the topic and I guess it was just the acting in general was just incredible. Like, holy shit, I have never been more sold on a TV couple being like a real thing than in the movie. And, you know, honestly, like, it might already be up there with one of my like favorite movies, just because I don't get emotionally, oh, that's not true. I get emotionally moved by a lot of stories, but like I don't get like to the point where I'm like, you know, still thinking about it 2 to 3 days later emotionally moved. And with this movie, I've been thinking about it for like 2 days still. I'm like, holy shit, that was incredible. And the funny thing is, I never, ever want to watch that movie ever again, for a couple of reasons. One of those being, it was, by the end of it, just too fucking sad. It gets you with this kind of like, you know, rom-com vibe in the beginning, where you kind of think to yourself, oh, it's cute, it's a little bit funny, there's some quirky jokes in there. And then like an hour in, just this tonal shift happens, where everybody just gets so fucking angry and pissed off and at their breaking point, and it just kind of like filters out to this just depressing and draining story that like I just couldn't help but be like, holy shit, that might have been one of the most depressing things I've ever seen. Okay, we get a little bit of HP from that. Do you want to use this on this floor again? I don't know. I think you might as well, just like, because you can steal an item from your shop if you feel like it. Money in a box definitely isn't bad. Is it worth stealing though? I'm gonna have to say no. I'm gonna walk into my cursed room for sure right now though. And Devil Deal? Nah, don't hit me. Thank you. I'm gonna pop this in here. Eyesore and Dead Bird did not work with the item pool thing. Not a huge deal. Why don't we just look for our secret room and then move on down? But yeah, if you have not watched A Marriage Story yet, you should drop everything you want to watch right now, whether it be Better Call Saul, Walking Dead. I don't care what you're watching. It's 2 hours and 9 minutes long, and you will not regret a second of it. But I think most of you guys know, I'm not the kind of guy who really enjoys like romantic comedies or rom-coms too much. They always strike me as like one of the more, how do you put it? Like cheap movies to make. So for example, like I went to see when I was like 15, I saw Crazy Rich Asians in theaters with my at the time girlfriend because she wanted to see it. And I'll be honest with you, man, like I was zoned out the entire movie. I could not tell you a single character's name, a single oh, that's awful. a single plot point in the movie, it was just so boring. And a lot of rom-coms, like, they blend together for me, right? Because it's the same shit. Like, the movie title is always called, like, something like, it's me or him. And the title's like, you know, Jake Gyllenhaal lying in a bed with red blankets making a quirky face, like, at the camera. That's the entire, like, genre of the movie. And again, like, you can enjoy rom-coms. I'm not saying you shouldn't, because I just enjoyed what was at first what I thought was going to be a rom-com, a marriage story, which it obviously was more of a rom depressing. But like, I hate them. They're just so bad. Like, most of the time, rom-coms are the most, like, it's, you know what it is? It's the Pokemon of movies to me, where, like, there's always a yearly release of one, and it always gets trashed upon by people to an insane degree, maybe even almost too much. Like, the fucking trees look too bad in this Pokemon game. The husband in this rom-com is a complete piece of shit. Who would have seen that coming, right? But there's something about a marriage story that just kind of, like, I think it was just that Adam Driver is, like, an amazing actor, and pretty much everything that he's, like, done or been in, I've been a huge fan of. I mean, he's not like he's anything, you know, spectacular, amazing, like, incredible, but he's just one of those guys that's like, you give him a role, he will learn that role, and he will, you know, like, just play it to a T. Ooh, guillotine? Yes, please. I'm also gonna be probably, well, we can walk into our devil deal, I guess, and just pop the book in there, then walk out. I don't really have a preference either which way about devil or angel on a run like this. I think either will go fine for us. But again, like, then even too, like, Johansson in that movie, incredible. Like, she's never really had, I think, a terrible role. I loved her in Lost in Translation. Obviously, her most famous role right now, I think, is Black Widow, but, you know, again, I don't really care for Marvel too much, so I can't speak on that. What was that one movie she was in? Had an anniversary recently. She was really, really young. She might have been, like, 12 in that movie. I forget what it was called, but she was also, I like that movie a lot, but I forget what it's called. But she was also really, really, really fun in that one too. Like, it's just, the movie had an incredible cast. That's, like, all I can really say about it. And every single person there played the role so well. Yeah, we did not get another devil item out of our Lemiga town, but we do see a twisted pair in here, which, despite putting us at 1 heart, I think I am inclined to just grab to get a little bit of extra DPS on a run like this, so we could just move on down. I think the movie might have been called, was it Ghost World, or is that a different one? I think it was called Ghost World, with Johansson, and I forget the other guy, but, like, she's been acting since, God, I don't even know how old she was, maybe like 8 years old, and when you get, like, a child actress like that who's still putting on these amazing performances over and over and over again, I mean, they start to become a household name and appreciated by, I think, everybody who likes, like, film. Whether you're more of a casual movie watcher who enjoys, like, your popcorn flicks like a superhero movie, you got Johansson there. You can be a guy who really appreciates, you know, like, more art housey stuff, and you can have Johansson in those as well. You can be a guy like me who just likes watching a little bit of everything, popcorn flicks and art house stuff. And you can get a movie like Marriage Story, which really just kind of takes the best of all of those things. And I haven't even gotten to one of my favorite parts of the movie, which is Laura Dern, who is mostly known for being with David Lynch and Kyle MacLachlan in a lot of their stuff. And she, of course, has, like, again, as always, she really just does an incredible job. Like, there's not much I can say besides, like, everything in the movie was just perfect. Every line delivery there was so authentic. Like, every plot point felt so real and so emotionally charged. It might secretly be, like, maybe the best romantic, you know, comedy, romantic, depressing movie I've had the pleasure of watching. Definitely one step above Crazy Rich Asians, that's for sure. IOU allows you to take loans on shops or devil deals, can't be dropped while in debt. If we can just take, like, free deals for, you know, like, having the tick, essentially, that sounds really good as a Soul Heart character. It might even be a little bit too good. We'll try it out, though. And our boss fight just so happens to be right here. Let's walk in. Let's get our unicorn stump plus, like, all 7 of our orbitals going and just crush Peep in 1 hit. Wonderful deal. We do get a deal, and we get a size down as well, and a couple more hearts for ourselves. Let's go in here. Okay, we don't get to use our IOU on this floor yet, which is kind of a shame, but I'm gonna pop my Lemiga Town as much as possible in here. Please no brimstone, thank you. We've gotten like no pool determined items. It's kind of sad, right? Oh, we get another one. Hold on. Yeah, we've gotten no items that are from the pool we're standing in yet, which should be a 25% chance, but I guess what do I know? You can probably just take perfection then and just keep on trucking along. I'm really glad though that movies like that can still be made, even if they are like occasionally direct to digital type stuff. I'm not one of those guys who's like Marvel has ruined cinema, but it definitely has become a lot more rare to see these one-off, like more indie films going into theaters and doing well alongside the release of a big blockbuster hit like, you know, a Marvel or a DC movie. Like it really is interesting, because I think a lot of the time, despite me I've seen like the past like several Marvel movies besides Shang-Chi in theaters. I even saw fucking Black Widow, like one of the worst ones I've ever seen. I like going to theaters because they're fun popcorn flicks to me, but it definitely is taking away from like the spotlight from these smaller indie films that really want to do well. So when I do find like it's a very well-known movie, but like, you know, a gem of a movie like that, and I can really, really enjoy it. Wow. Oh, are these gonna all give me items? No, just these two, I guess. It makes me feel happy because I'm like, you know what? There still is hope for. Great. Is that gonna lag our game? Is Deadeye still laggy? Yeah. Okay. Deadeye is still extremely broken. I'm just gonna remove that then. Goodbye, Deadeye. For some reason, one of the mods that I have, in order to check for having Deadeye, they check every like frame if you have Deadeye when you have it, and it just like fucks everything up apparently. I don't know. Something along those lines. Not very fun. We get a super secret room for another Eternal Heart down here. Wonderful. And just a regular heart. All right. I guess you can go fight your boss. You actually can bomb into here as well. Maybe get a little bit of extra something going on. What do you say? Anything worth it for me in here? You know what, dude? I'll take it so we can get a couple extra charges on our book for our potential deal coming up here shortly. Wow, this run is extremely powerful. I wonder how much of that, though, is based off our wisps and just like our regular items like Twisted Pear and stuff like that. I guess we'll never know. Good. Don't be a pussy. Good. It wasn't a bad bill. I would have ate my words pretty badly. Sans? Hold on. I gotta get Sans out of here. He knows too much. He gave me a Sans nickel? Wow. I'm so lucky these days. But I really do think that, like, here's the thing. When I want to watch like an impactful movie, I'm not gonna turn on the Batman or like Iron Man, right? I'm gonna watch like something a bit more emotionally driven that is more grounded in reality. Something like No Country for Old Men, which I think is another fantastic movie that I really, really enjoy thematically. Those to me are definitely more. We'll just pop this in here once then. Your game? Okay, we have a lot of stuff happening right now. A Bone Heart is okay, and we can just keep. Well, is there a card we can take in here? Oh, it's a floppy disk. Missed me with that right now, dude. Head on down. Ooh, we have a little bit of a claw machine action going on here, huh? Can I get the champion belt? Yo, first try. Okay, I like it. Can I get cool shades first try? How about second try? How about third try? Dude, first try on the third try. That's insane. Ooh, I love my reflection. I love it. Give me it. First try. Watch. First try, dude. Look at that. All right, now we have an insanely powerful build. I don't know if there's any chance we could lose this run. Even if you took away every single wisp that I own, every dollar to my goddamn name, my freaking YouTube channel, I think I would still have a good chance of winning this run. We do have we can upgrade Botfly. What else can we upgrade here, do you think? I forgot we had Twisted Pear, to be honest with you. Ooh, I gotta get some more money to have Twisted Pear upgraded, though. But we can get an upgraded Twisted Pear, Botfly, maybe even... if we have something else we can upgrade in there too would be nice. I just want to get the money for the Twisted Pear thing right now, because that is kind of our primary damage dealer. I don't know why I said primary like that. That was so strange. My girlfriend recently asked me, like, what is my favorite movie? And I didn't have an answer because, like, it's the same thing with video games for me. Like, I could probably pick one that is my favorite, but I feel bad for the other ones. Like, for one, The Binding of Isaac is not my favorite video game. It is, I don't even think it's like top 3 for favorite video games for me. But I feel bad and I don't say it because I play the game for like every single day. So is it my favorite? I still want to admit that, or is it like just actually not my favorite? Because my favorite video game of all time that I like to quote a lot and like to just, you know, cite as my favorite game is Lego Indiana Jones 1. Because Lego Indiana Jones 1 has a lot of nostalgia for me, and I still play it quite a bit when I want to go back and learn some new like speedrunning tech. But I play Isaac every day. How is it not my favorite game? And I don't know. Like, it feels like if I can sit here every single day for hours on end and play this game, that it should be my favorite, you know, but it's not. And I think that if I wasn't doing YouTube, would I still be playing Isaac every single day? Probably not every single day, but I'd be playing it, you know, twice, 3 times a week maybe. But it definitely would not be every single day. And when it comes to, why are our tiers explosive like that? Okay, sure. I'm down with this, why not? But when it comes to movies, I'm kind of the same way. We're like, I feel like if I choose a movie that I've seen a lot, it is not my favorite. Like, because I like movies that leave an impact on me after just one watch, and I never think about it again. But going back to my old nostalgia as a kid, we can upgrade Twisted Pair, by the way. Honestly, there we go, perfect. I think that Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade might be my favorite movie of all time. And it's not like it's a super impactful or super, like, you know, deep watch, but it definitely is a movie that I loved as a kid. And to this day, wow, no deal there, huh? To this day, it still really holds up. Like, the comedy and the action, the music, the setting, the characters, the acting, it all still is very modern day. I just got an item called Arachna's Grip. Gorilla Grip? What is this? Enemies can now drop spider egg pickups on death. Oh, okay. That seems alright. It's pretty cool, at least. I was trying to give my key beggar some stuff, but he decided to throw a pedestal at me, but he's taking a lot of keys right now. Anything good this time? Better be bombs. You deserve this. You've taken so many keys for, like, nothing. Goodbye, sir. Give me a key and a bomb back. Thank you very much. Item room gives us Mom's Eye. It's actually a pretty good My Reflection synergy there, so why not? We can mess with that a little bit. But Indiana Jones 3, like, when I was really, really young, my favorite Indiana Jones film was the second one. And then, because as kids you're very easily influenced, a lot of my friends' parents were like, oh, that's my least favorite one. And I was like, I'm being a dumb kid because I like that one. I gotta be a strong adult and like a better one. So I chose 3. Then I watched back all 3 of them about like half a year ago, like in a row. And I think 2 is still really fun. I think it's a bit strange the way they handled that movie in terms of like the antagonist and stuff like that. But it still holds up. But I think I might enjoy it a little bit more than the first one. I don't know though. Like they're all so equally fun to me. Like, the only bad Indiana Jones film is the 4th one, and potentially the 5th one. It's not out yet, though, so I really can't say at the time of recording this. But from what I've seen of the 5th one, they're definitely making it a try to improve the faults of the 4th by, number 1, not having Shia LaBeouf in the movie, as far as I'm aware, at least. And number 2, not going to all this fucking Russian space stuff again. Because I'm a guy who didn't think that 4 was necessarily that terrible. I thought that 4 was just an average movie up until the very end where it got really, really bad. I thought the beginning of 4 was fine, a little bit out there, but it was just like whatever. I mean, Indiana Jones in itself is out there. We're gonna go fight the boss, I think, right now, by the way. But I didn't think it was like as bad as the general, you know, fans made it out to be. I'm not going to be a Crystal Skull apologizer here. They actually made Boss Rush. We're going to go Polaroid this time. Pluto. Danger Room. Eucharist. Oh, nice. Dark Prince's Crown. Lucky Saucer. Ocular Rift. Pound of Flesh. All right. This run is going a little bit cuckoo. What's going on in here, though? Like, look at this build. Oh. Yeah, we'll do it. I'll fight Boss Rush. This is definitely really worth it for me. I should have grabbed my Fool card before heading into here, but like this singular tier, I think shreds, yeah, pretty much every boss right now. I'll get back to you guys when we're done with this wave here. Soul of Andromeda, hold on. Can we skip it? Can we skip? Oh, God. Oh, God. I think we have just skipped it. Yeah, okay, so we're done with boss rush now. That was a very quick... Dude, why is everything exploding? We might have just soft-locked ourselves with explosions, but I think we're going to have a good run going forward. This has to be one of, if not the strongest Ludo tier in the entire game. It's like an actual just black hole sucking every enemy in, creating other, like, rifts around the room. Like, if we walk into this room right here, just watch it work. It's all... What about the boss fight? It's all just dying, dude. Look at this. They spawned and they immediately died. Like, how do you even contest with this? Stardust. Oh, God, be careful here. Forming a circle on the ground will summon a shooting star at its center. After a delay, the star crashes down. That actually sounds quite fun. I'll be honest, that sounds quite fun. Can I even bomb things anymore? We got it open somehow. Pop this. We got the mine. The mine is huge for speed. All right, moving on down, and preferably... I'm going to actually take sulfur here, I think. Fuck it, dude. Preferably going to our boss fight very quickly. We do have a crawl space down here. What could this possibly give me? Is that Pet Rock? Brother? You've sold me. Pet Rock is actually fantastic. We can now fly as Beelzebub as well. It's not often you see Beelzebub 2 runs in a row, especially on a random streak like this. And both having Botfly, I believe, as well. I mean, dude, I really just can't, like, commentate with this run. I mean, how fast is Mom's heart gonna die, do you think? Let's find out, I guess. Walking on in. You're gonna fold? I would say you probably folded quite a bit there. We unlocked an item as a character we already have Dead God with. Breath of Life. Yeah, you fucking poser. We're going to go fight Hush, by the way. There's no reason why we shouldn't go fight Hush. Especially with Sulfur being the way that it is, we might just beat Hush in like 4 seconds. What an interesting starting group here. Okay, first thing you want to do is open up your 2 side rooms. You want to save your keys for the big chest, but you also want to make sure you're still getting something of value here. Come on. There we go. We got items there. All right. I see it. I see it. I understand it. Now open up the shop, first of all. Ooh, booster pack. Okay. Jawbone, sure. Jack-o'-lantern, sure. We can become Green Goblin. Are there any keys on the ground? I wish I could just, like, stop shooting. That's all I want to do is just stop shooting for a few seconds. There's a crawl space. There could be a key in there. I heard a pinball fire. We can skip the Hush fight, actually. With a key, though, which we, sadly, right now, do not really have access to. Console Stone. Sure, dude. Why not? We can do that. We could get a key from our shop, I guess, if we're on the luckier side, I would say. You buy this. It drops floppy disks. And Heart Bleed, sure. Can I have a card, please? Sure. I guess Soul of Esau. Heart Bleed. Could drop us a key. It did drop us a key. All right. I don't really know what's happening right now, to be honest with you. I'm about as lost as you guys are. Okay, get 2 hearts for yourself. We only have 1 key, it looks like. What is this? Wheel of Fortune. That's going to be a couple extra keys if we play our cards right here. And I mean, I really do want to see how fast we'll kill Hush, but I honestly think we should skip by the end of it just to go have fun in the black market area. I mean, look at this. Like, how has our game not crashed yet? How have we also not gotten a single key or any drop from this machine? We have a 17 luck stat. I don't even know what happened there. All of our tiers have finally ceased, I guess, but I want... You know what? No, 1 key is fine. Fuck this. We're going to go fight Hush right now. Give me this. Give me all of these. Pop this, sure. Pop this for fun. I'm going to buy this as well. Ace of Hearts. We can just, I guess, do that in here. Get a couple of hearts back. Upgrade anything. No. All right. You know what, dude? It is time to go fight Hush. Let's see how good Sulfur does on this build. I think Sulfur made everything worse, actually. You can pop it twice for a Mega Beam. Yeah, there we go. That makes it a little bit better. But we'll pop our book as well. Yeah, so having Sulfur made the why are you doing this? Made the build a whole lot worse. It's a big old beam, though. It is. And it's still a really good run. However, I'd like to kind of get back to my regular tier, if you don't mind. All right, now how fast will Hush fold? Get all your rings in there. It's not doing a lot of damage, to be quite frank with you. I thought it would do more. I was going to sit here and let the fight play out. We have fly bombs, apparently, which just, like, fly in and just do, like... There's hot bombs out there now. I don't even know what's really happening anymore, but I'm glad it's happening. I see a couple of runes on the ground, but yeah, there's, like, 2 Soul of Eves. I kind of really want to pop those right now, but I really can't find an opening to get in there. I do see a Soul of Apollyon. Grab that. Good. Grab your Soul of Eve. Good. Get some birds out there. Oh, do pop the Alges right now and walk in with your body. Grab the other Soul of Eve. Dude, we are stacked right now. There is nothing this man can do. Get the blank rune. I can't even grab it. It's too far deep, man. There it is. Another Alges. All right, dude. Yeah, now we can just stand here and just face 0 consequence the rest of this fight. Put some bombs down, too. And that's about to be the Hush fight there. We can go to our black market next and go grab some funky items down there, but we lost quite a few of our wisps. We kept Ludo, though, which is surprising to me, because that was one of our later ones as well. But I gotta say, don't use that key there. I think Sulfur kind of ruined the crazy build we had going on. Either that or Hush is just way stronger than I recall. Red Stew. You know what? I'm gonna go for a small gamble here. We're going to Cathedral. Right. Where's my tier? I'm thinking too hard right now. You take this. Red Stew is fine. Believe me, you. But we get a free angel item next floor, which could be better than Red Stew. And also, we don't really have a lot of HP to spend. If you would have had, like, 1 more Soul Heart, I would have definitely doubled down and gone for the doubler there. Oh, we could have done this, I guess, but we're already kind of far away. Not a huge deal to me. Let's head on up. All right, Pandora's box gives us... We black ruined it for shot speed. It wasn't good enough for me to want to take regularly, so I tried to pair throw it. We black ruined a decent item for a shot speed up with a Ludo build that already has almost 2 shot speed. That was very much worth it. I hate dusts. Bane of my existence. We can leave the room, actually. Now, we have the mine still. We also... Why is my tier... What is happening? But we also have Curse of the Blind right now, which is not what you want to be seeing on a run like this. I hope our navigation is good. Wow, another one of these rainbow chest things, huh? Companion cube. Random stuff. More random stuff. We get a tomb chest for a death cert. Watch. No death cert there, sadly. No. I don't know why that... Oh, it dropped me a fly bomb for some reason. This was not, like, exceptionally good for us, but this could end up paying out, all right? The Binky. The Binky, it's okay. I mean, I can't complain too hard about it. It's tiers and HP up, and of course, there's our boss fight. Here we go. Cricket's Head. That was the perfect time to find that, isn't it? We might one cycle you. No, not even close. How is this run with like 14 damage and 6 tier rate and Ludo and all these tier effects and crazy shit? How is this run fighting Isaac slower than? Why are we getting more items? Than the 1 damage, no, sorry, the 0.5 damage, 0.2 tier rate Arachno run. Strange world we live in these days. We have 4 keys, perfect amount. We get all vanilla items. Would you look at that? We can also see our boss fight just up the horizon. Let's go give that man a piece of our mind. We just got like 100 runes on the ground right now. Okay, let's parse this out. We have an AWAS. Pop that right here for a crawl space. Good. You have a Soul of Lilith. Pop that for little Gertie. You have 2 Soul of Laz's. Great. Pop Soul of Andromeda next, I think, so you can get a free planetarium type deal. That's okay. Well, I guess we can grab that. We don't really have an active item right now. I don't know what happened to our... Oh, Pandora's box, right. Don't really care for Soul of Sammy that much. Let's head into our crawl space, see what's cooking down here for one of our final spots of the run. I gotta know what's down there. I don't really care to figure it out too hard, though. But I gotta know. It's Halitosis and a bunch of stone chests. That could be really good. Monsuma's Revenge and Shrink Ray. Can I even, like, take it? There we go. Pop that. Yeah, there wasn't much happening. Is this still broken to shit? No, it was working fine now. We'll take it. Stats are stats, right? I mean, there's Blue Baby right over there. This has been, I think, one of the strangest T. Bethany runs of my entire life. And I agree with the comments. The streak is going to be very easy if all we do is play with good mods. I might be adding back Eternal Champions. We'll see. The only issue with that mod is that, like, you rarely ever see Eternal Champions, like, with the modded enemies ever. So, I don't know if it's, like, even worth the extra lag to have that mod turned on. Because you rarely, I mean, for the bosses, sure. But you rarely ever see them actually working. By the way, he's just dead. We're heading on down to the final chest. Goodbye. Well, if you enjoyed the run of my commentary, liking a comment goes a long way for a small channel like mine. In the meantime, though, guys, I have been BD1P. Peace out and goodbye.